Hey everybody, welcome back to Whistle Thicket. If you can see, those are these some daffodils. These bloomed last night. These are actually, I guess, miniature daffodils that I picked up last year and planted, and they came up for the first time. They're pretty cute. It's March 1st. It is not officially spring yet, but it sure does feel like it. We are supposed to get snow in maybe 2 or 3 days, nothing crazy, but I'm hoping that spring is here. I'm starting to plant stuff. It looks like there's a couple more daffodils behind me. Some crocus have bloomed. I've been working on this flower bed here, our raised beds. But it's hard to use this area the way I want to because our goats are contained, but occasionally they get out, they're goats. So if I plant something in here, if the goats get in these beds once, they can ruin my flowers and my other plants. So I'm trying to think of a plan of a nice fence that goes around here. Eventually, one day, I'd like to have like a little water feature there by our bedroom, which I think would be cool. I did build waterfalls for about 4 months as a job. So I know a little bit of what I'm doing, I hope. So I have some exciting news, though. This is my very first day as an elderberry farmer. That's right, elderberry farmer. Now, why am I saying farmer, not homesteader? Because I'm hoping to make a little bit of money from selling some elderberries eventually. It may take a couple years, but, you know, I got time. Time is something I got a lot of, usually. But, again, I don't have tons of time, which is why I'm trying to find ways I can make money on our farm, but also things that I enjoy doing. We're about to pass my beehives here. Last year I made a couple $100 selling honey and honey products. That was pretty cool. This year I hope to make more, but I also enjoy doing it. I'm not doing stuff if I'm not enjoying it. But I do have a limited amount of time, especially during the school year. I am a school teacher, which is great. I get summers off, I get breaks off, but it's not easy to be a full-time farmer, have a market garden, or anything like that. So I'm trying to find crops that are labor intensive for only a few weeks a year, basically, and I think elderberry could be one of those crops. I also got my pawpaws going. I made some money selling pawpaws and pawpaw seeds. I got some pawpaw starts going. And again, I'm doing this all for fun. If I can make some money, great. So this is my plan. This here is a slope that we're having some trouble with erosion-wise, because behind me is our riding ring. This riding ring used to be a hill, and we took the top half of the hill and basically flipped it over onto the bottom half of the hill and turned this riding ring or this hill into a usable area. It's not the world's biggest riding ring, but it's enough for Roan and Amy to get some exercise with the horses, for Amy to teach some lessons. But this hill has been a problem. It's slowly eroding, and we want to stop that. So I'm going to try to make use of it by building some raised beds. So I guess follow me along. This is my first day as an elderberry farmer. I got 20 elderberry plants I need to plant. And I'm going to get more of a different variety because you need at least two for better cross-pollination. So I'm going to have to research and find a second variety somewhere, hopefully for an affordable price. But let's go ahead and build some raised beds. I'm lucky that I have lots of trees that I can use for lots of purposes. I'm using these for the raised beds. These are mainly cherry logs. I know they're not going to last forever, but even if they last 5 years, I'd be happy. I don't mind spending a weekend redoing this again if I have to. Eventually, I'm going to add more layers so that this really does cut down on erosion. But I have 20 elderberries to plant. I don't know if I'll plant them all in here. I'm going to measure it out and see how much room I have. I don't know if you can see it way over there by the telephone pole. Is my auger. I am glad I bought that. Anytime I have to do fencing or start a hole for a fruit tree or anything like that, it's been really helpful. I was a little worried because when I started her up a few days ago, she just wasn't starting, and I was worried. I didn't leave it outside, but I left it in kind of like our covered car patio. So I was worried maybe I messed up and I left it outside and it got rusted. But it started right up, so that's awesome. This is going to make 20 holes a lot easier to dig. Well, that was fun. I actually lost control of the auger. I'm not going to show it in this video. It's just such a steep slope. Freaking slipped. The auger went crazy. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I'm going to show this footage because why not? But I'm going to link that video up here somewhere. I got my holes dug. Now let's plant the elderberries. It probably doesn't look like much, just sticks in the ground, but I got 10 of my elderberry starts going. I spaced them about 8 feet apart. I think towards the end they got a little bit closer, but that's fine. I'm going to build another row, hopefully tomorrow. I may build 3 to 4 rows on this hill, mainly for berries, for elderberries especially. I'm hoping in 2 years to have tons of berries. I'm really interested in making elderberry syrup for medicine, elderberry jam. I have a friend that owns a cider business. I may be able to work out a deal with him. So I'm pretty excited to get my elderberry patch going. I'll have 20 to start, and then I'm going to get a different variety for cross-pollination. So this is how I am making use of a hill that's eroding on my farm. I'm trying to make use of whatever space we have that we're not using, and it's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's hopefully going to limit erosion. Once I have 3 or 4 levels of my beds, that's going to really help. And I'm going to mulch it. And it is going to hopefully grow tons of elderberries at Whistle Thicket. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, say hello below, and have a great day.